Assalamualaikum viewers, I'm Tanzila Mana Sultan welcoming you all to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Centre. And I'm Mashrufa Hussain. You've just heard the headlines, moving on to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina asked the members of Bangladesh Army to keep a constant vigil to face any internal and external threats for safeguarding the country's constitution and sovereignty. She said this while opening 27 projects at different cantonments. Sheikh Hasina inaugurated the schemes through a video conference from Dhaka cantonment this morning. The projects included a cancer center at Dhaka cantonment, fertility center, edible oil mill, various establishments of training and housing facilities for the army members. Describing Bangladesh Army as an asset of the country and a symbol of the confidence and the trust of the people, the Premier also asked its members to be more professionally efficient and welfare-minded with social and religious values. The Prime Minister hoped that the Army members will also work with utmost sincerity in accomplishing their duty by keeping confidence in the senior leadership and maintaining mutual trust, sympathy, sense of brotherhood and responsibility, dutifulness and discipline. The government always wants to run the country as servants of the of the army is underway, such structure. Chief of Army Staff General Abu Bilal Muhammad Shafiul Haq delivered the welcome address at the function. Later, the Prime Minister visited the cancer center. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina paid rich tributes to Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, on the occasion of the successful launching of the country's first communication satellite, Bangabandhu 1, into the space. The Premier paid the homage by placing wreaths at the portrait of Bangabandhu in front of Bangabandhu Bhavan at Dhanmondi in the city this afternoon. After placing wreaths, she stood there in solemn silence for some time as a mark of profound respect to the architect of the country's independence. Flanked by senior leaders, Sheikh Hasina, also the Awami League chief, led another wreath at the portrait of Bangabandhu on behalf of her party. Later, Awami League associate bodies including Jubo League, Mohila Awami League, Chhatra League, Sechchasebok League, Shromik League, Jubo Mohila League and Krishok League placed wreaths at the portrait of Father of the Nation. Bangladesh entered a new era as a proud member of the Satellite Club following the successful launching of the Bangabandhu 1 satellite into the orbit on Saturday. Bangladesh's first geostationary communication satellite, Bangabandhu 1, is moving towards the designated orbital slot normally, along with sending signal to the ground station located in Ghazipur. Operation engineer at Ghazipur ground station said the Bangabandhu Satellite 1 successfully launched from historic launch complex 39A at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida will take 7 to 9 days to get into its position. He said around 2 months will be required to get full control of Bangabandhu 1 from the ground stations located in Ghazipur's Joydapur and Rangamati's Bedbunia. Meanwhile, France greeted Bangladesh government and people for successful launch of satellite Bangabandhu 1. Finance Minister Abul Mal Abdul Muhit stressed on creating district government to reach the development and services to the people's doorsteps. He said this while unveiling a book titled Bangladeshir Shadhinota, Protyasha o Prapti, written by Dr. A.K. Abdul Mumen in the capital today. Emirates Professor Dr. Anisur Zaman presided over the function while Chief Editor of Ekushe TV, Manjul Ahsan Bulbul, writer Mufidul Haq, former Vice Chancellor of Dhaka University, AAM Arifin Siddique and author of the book, Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, spoke. The minister said the country will be poverty-free within 2024. Government will take responsibility of 10% poor people, including physically challenged. Commerce Minister Tufal Ahmed again ruled out the possibility of any price hike or artificial crisis of commodities during the holy month of Ramadan. He added sufficient sugar, gram, edible oil, lentil and dates along with other commodities are in stock. The stock is few times more than the demand. Stern action will be taken for any move of manipulation in the market. The minister was addressing a view exchange meeting with businessmen to keep the price of essential commodities stable at Secretariat today. Commerce Secretary Subhashish Bose, Tariff Commission Chairman Zahiruddin Ahmed, businessmen and officials concerned were present. The Commerce Minister requested the traders to play a responsible role to avoid any suffering of consumers. Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obadul Qadir has said the government is compassionate about rightful demand of the students, but threatening of movement for issuing gadget on quota reform is not appropriate. He said this while addressing a press conference at the Secretariat today. Obadul Qadir urged the students to be patient as work is progressing to reach a logical solution on quota reform issue. Replying to a query, he said the under construction Mahipal rail overpass in Feni will be opened for traffic before the Holy Eid al-Fitr. One part of the two-lane rail overpass will be opened on May 15th, the minister added. Health and Family Welfare Minister Mohammad Naseem called upon BNP to compete in election without Jamaat and not give up pills of votes. That would be final game and people will show red card to the unsporting players. He said this at a rally organized by 14 Party Alliance at Munshid Hat under Fulgazi Upazila of Fedi district today. This general election would be held under Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina as per the constitution. Jashud President and Information Minister Hassanul Haq Inu has said that a certain quarter is making loss of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina secretly opposing the unity of the Grand Alliance. He said unity is the main key to keep Grand Alliance in power under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Hassanul Haq Inu said this while addressing a public meeting at Ghorashal in Norshindi today, organized by District Jashud. President of the organization, Zahidul Kabir, chaired the public meeting, which was also addressed by Jashud Joint General Secretaries Nader Chaudhry, Shaukat Raihan and Obaidur Rahman Chunnu, and Jashud leader, freedom fighter Shafiuddin Mullah. Hassanul Haq Inu said there is no alternative of unity in Grand Alliance to save the country from the anti-state conspiracy of the BNP Jamaat alliance. The Election Commission today declared June 26 as the fresh date for holding Ghazipur City Corporation elections. The date was fixed at a meeting of the Election Commission with Chief Election Commissioner K. Nurul Huda in the chair. Election Commission Secretary Helaluddin Ahmed said the election will be held on June 26 and the formal electioneering will resume on June 18. Campaign of Khulna City Corporation election to be ended at 12 a.m. midnight. The candidates of the city polls and their agents were passing a busy day in electioneering on the last day of campaign. All the contenders, including the mayoral ones, are seen moving door to door from early morning to midnight. There are no places where they are not visiting. The city election is scheduled to be held on May 15 next. Awami League-backed mayoral candidate Talukdar Abdul Khalik joined different street meetings. The party leaders and workers also sought votes in different parts of the city for him. At the same time, BNP leaders campaigned amongst the voters for Nazrul Islam Monju at cities Chanmari, Banda Bazar, Lobunchara and other areas. Meanwhile, a total of 16 platoons BGB comprising 640 members have been deployed in the city today. And now, international news. Suicide bombers have attacked 3 churches in Indonesia's second largest city, Surabaya, killing at least 13 people. Around 40 others were injured in the attacks, which occurred within minutes of each other. Police blame a single family for suicide blast. Islamic State group has claimed the responsibility for the attack. Assailants have attacked a provincial government building in eastern Afghanistan, killing at least 9 people and wounding 36 others. The spokesman for the governor of Nangarhar province said a suicide car bomb exploded outside the building, which belongs to the Provincial Finance Directorate. The attackers then stormed the building, trading fire with security officials. He said security force killed one of the attackers and surrounded the building, adding that the gun battle was still underway. No one immediately claimed responsibility for the attack. Israeli forces have killed at least 49 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip and wounded more than 8,500 since the Great March of Return movement began on March 30. Marchers are demanding the right to return to their homes seized by Israel in 1948. Palestinians in the besieged Gaza Strip are protesting every Friday since March as part of the Great March of Return movement. Now news on sports. Abu Hani Limited became champion in the Under-18 football tournament 2018. Abu Hani beat Forashganj Sporting Club by 1-0 goal in the final match of the tournament at Bangabandhu National Stadium in the capital today. Joy Chandra Barman of Forashganj was adjudged Best Player of the tournament. Executive of Patron Organization FM Iqbal bin Anwar distributed the prizes amongst the winner and runner-up team. Bangladesh Football Federation BFF's Professional Football League Committee Chairman Abdus Salam Murshidi, BFF Vice President Mohiuddin Mahi and General Secretary Abu Naim Shohag were also present on the occasion. Bangladesh national boxing team will take part in the upcoming International Open Boxing Championship at Ulaanbaatar of Mongolia and Bangkok of Thailand in June 2018. Inter-Services Boxing Tournament started at Muhammad Ali Boxing Stadium in the capital today for the upcoming international tournament. Secretary General of Bangladesh Olympic Association Saeed Shahid Reza inaugurated the tournament. General Secretary of Boxing Federation Mazharul Islam and Vice President Nizamuddin were also present on the occasion. A total of 97 boxers from 8 teams are taking part in the tournament. And now to end the bulletin, a repeat of the top stories. Army members need to stay alert always to save constitution and sovereignty of the country, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Prime Minister pays tribute to Father of the Nation on successful launch of country's first satellite, Bangabandhu 1. Commerce Minister urges businessmen to earn nominal profit, maintaining proper supply of daily essentials in Ramadan. Threat to launch movement for gazette notification of quota reform is not reasonable. Work is progressing, says Obaidul Qadir. Voting in Ghazipur City Corporation election on June 26. Campaigning in Khulna ends midnight. At least 13 killed and 40 injured in suicidal attacks at 3 churches in Indonesia. And Abu Hani Limited clinched title of Under-18 football, beating Forashganj Sporting Club.